Hey there, it's Randall Miller. It's your 3 reasons for Monday, July 22nd, 2019. It is been a crazy day for me. We'll just put it that way. If I look a little and sound a little drunk, I'm not drunk, but I am frazzled a bit. It's been a crazy day.
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
We'll get to that here in just a little bit when we get into our actual 3 reasons. First, though, let's look at our crazy days. First off is our National Rat Catchers Day. Now, there are some rats that are cute, don't get me wrong. Like the white rats that are well-groomed, they don't look so bad. It's the nasty ones with hair missing and boils and sores. Yeah, those can go away. It is Spoonerism Day. If you don't know what a Spoonerism is, Google it.
Google it, bitches! I'm not here to educate you!
There is a lot that you can learn about that. The reason why it's a funny thing, but also my wife's maiden name is Spooner, so I got a whole family of them, and so that's why it's funny. Give her grief about it if you see her. It's also Pie Approximation Day, or as they call it, Casual Pie Day, which would be funny if it was on a Friday. Unfortunately, it's Monday this year. It is the day for the appreciation of the symbol for pi and the actual 3.14, which, for people who are not nerds and geeks, is only an approximation. It's not the actual amount for pi. What does that mean? I don't know. It's just a reason to celebrate. Speaking of reasons, okay, so reason to be happy. Support from family. And this is not a knock on those people who don't feel like they have a family. You got to realize that when I say family, blood relatives are one thing, but there are a group of people that you will find that is your family, even if you don't see it. Story time. So Brandy is in the UK right now. She got a chance to go on a promotional tour, to go on TV and radio and meeting people and those sort of things to promote her books and all the stuff that she does, which is very important because her business has been growing, and this was a massive opportunity to grow the business even more. It didn't look like we were going to be able to get her over there, but I got a client recently that paid enough between that and some of Brandy's clients that we were able to just barely book everything that she needed to have booked and have a very tight travel budget for her. So she was able to go. She's been over there for a week. She's going to be over there for another week. And things kind of went mostly good, mostly great for the first week. Well, this morning it looks like her credit card and her bank card got stolen. So we already had a very tight budget. That tight budget went to 0. So Brandy was over there and was looking at being there for a week with no money. She had enough in cash that she'd be able to get to the airport to fly home at the end of the time. The tickets were round trip, so they're already paid for. The hotel, the hostel that she's in, is already paid for all the way to the end. And they do provide breakfast. So she was looking at 1 meal a day, no safety net, and it looked pretty bleak. Well, luckily some family came through and has helped us out. Plus a client of mine has paid for a project that we thought was going to be a little farther down the road. So things have worked out. Now, I went absolutely to pieces. I'm not going to lie. I would love to say I was a rock. I was there for Brandy. I was cheering her on. I was giving her a virtual hug, telling her things were going to be okay. I didn't. I was a terrible husband. I'm not proud of it. I pointed fingers at her. I fell apart. I didn't make it any easier on her. And as I told her, look, I'm not a good husband, but I'm trying. Well, I'm always trying. I mean, people tell me that all the time. But I'm trying to be a better person. But the reason for talking about this is not to beat myself up, not to beat her up, but to talk about the importance of a support network around you. It doesn't have to be like a monetary support, and this time it was. But sometimes you just need somebody to talk to, somebody to vent to, somebody to understand your frustrations and feel what you felt, and to make, not necessarily make you think that everything's okay, but make you know that you're not alone. Because you're not. Even if you feel like you are. Even if you don't think there's anybody else around you. If you're watching this video, you're not alone. I'm here. I care. I've been through this stuff. I've just shared one with you where I literally just lost it. I was so Anxious, I threw up 3 times. Would have been more, but there was nothing left to throw up. Dry heaves suck, for the record. So, but that's the reason to be happy, is that support networks exist. And even if you feel like you may have screwed things up or you're just at a point where you don't have one, you can get one. There are other people out there who have screwed up who are happy to support you. I'm happy to support you. And if you are happy to support somebody who you feel like who maybe feels like that there's nobody out there who could possibly support them, speak up in the comments. They need to hear it. Or if you're somebody who needs support, if you feel strong enough, speak up in the comments. If not, message me directly. We'll change that. And that's a reason to be happy. All right, so that was a load off my mind. Let's go into something that makes us smile. I'm going to tell you, though, it's not going to be a cat. God, Randy's slipping, man. There's no cats. No, it's just the cutest dance-off ever. That. Dance-off. Jazz hands. Yes. Red pandas are ridiculously cute. Caption that, by the way, in the comments. I can't think of anything funnier than jazz hands. So clearly you've got to have something funnier. Speaking of funny, though, I won't let you down. I do have funnies. I do have a funny headline. Missing, in quotes, man found safe and well in pub. And I'm sure he was kind of hoping to be missing even longer than he was. Which, if I was over in the UK, I'd probably be missing in a pub right now, too. Oh, boy. I want to take a moment to shout out to one of my friends who has stepped into the world of doing these kind of vlogs as well. Big shout out to Metso JD. There will be a link to her channel in my descriptions, either down in the YouTube or on the Facebook. Either way, the Facebook. I'm also on the Twitter. Anyways, great mom, great person, very supportive person, sharing her life, her ups and downs and trials and medical problems, family problems, but also the good things. And that's actually what we're all about. And if you feel empowered to start something like this, go ahead and do it. You don't need big production equipment. If you want help getting started, reach out to me. I'll see what I can do to help you out as well. So one final thing, though. One of the things that does make these difficult is the rendering time and the editing time takes a lot because of the laptop that I'm on. I have gotten given to me a bunch of older computers, a bunch of scrap computers that didn't work. I have been able to piece together a computer, and it's not great processor-wise, but I did happen upon a pretty okay graphics card, which is way better than the ones that Brandy and I have in our laptop. So I built the computer. As you can see from the footage there, I've gotten it to boot. I still need to get a operating system put on it. And down the road, we're going to have to we absolutely have to upgrade the motherboard, CPU, and the memory. If anybody has recently done an upgrade and has something better than a Phenom X6 1045T, just to let you know, that's in the neighborhood of like one of the earlier generation i3s, so that's like not very good. It's only got it's DDR3 RAM, so something moderate. Even if the processor's not outstanding, if the board that it's on is something modern, like an AM4 socket or like a Skylake socket or something like that, where I can eventually get a better chip and preferably has better memory on it, where we could potentially upgrade that down the road. That's sitting around collecting dust, let me know. Really could use that. I'm hoping that some of the projects that I have coming up for clients come through and we get some payments going, and then I can just flat out buy what's needed to build us a good rendering rig, because it takes forever for me to render videos. Brandy has started to do 3D modeling. That takes even longer to render. So I absolutely have to get a workstation going. So, but that's great news. And I've given myself 3 reasons for hope and 3 reasons to smile, especially after a dark day that it started out here. Hopefully I've given you that too, but if I haven't, it's okay. There is always tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.